Shake, I hate to say it. He was the realest one on this reunion. Fight me. Had to sip my horchata since there was no tea in this reunion. What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl fiance back again with another video. As you can see by the title, today we will be talking about the Love is Blind season 2 reunion. Before I get into anything, I would like you guys to know that everything in this video is not a fact. It is based off of opinions, things I've seen on social media, and allegeds, okay? So I will put those definitions for you guys here on the screen somewhere before y'all try to come for me like, oh, this isn't true. I don't care. So yes, let's get right into it. I did not review last week's episode, which was the weddings, because I just didn't feel like it was right for me to do. There was so much going on with this whole season. I just didn't want to waste my time making 3 entire videos like step-by-step situations of everything that was going on. So I did not do that, and I'm just going to be talking about the reunion. But to give you guys a small recap, Ayanna and Jared got married, Nick and Danielle got married, Shake and Deepti did not. Obviously Shayna and Kyle didn't. Who else was on there? I don't know. The rest of the couples besides Ayanna and Jared and Nick and Danielle did not get married. So that's all y'all need to know. That's your fill-in, whatever. You can do what you will with the rest. So let's get into this reunion. I will take it slow and couple by couple so that we can, you know, really get in there, be structured, dive right in. So I think that I want to start off with Nick and Danielle. Before I start off with them, I want to talk about the real villain of this show, and I think that it was production. I think that they genuinely chose people that they thought would get ratings. Now, I don't know what the casting process is for these people, but something tells me that it's pretty extensive, or extensive enough to let them know the type of vibe and personality that they would bring somewhere, because who in their right mind would cast Shake? His continuance to be a nuisance in every aspect is kind of weird. Also, I deeply apologize. I am close to my backyard, so there's a dog. I didn't even know my neighbors had a dog. So yeah, if you hear that, don't mind. It's all right. But anyways, yeah. The real villain of this show is definitely production. I think that I don't know what they did, but something about it just seems very, I don't know the words I'm looking for, but y'all know what that means. Something about it. They did something, especially with the editing. I will say that I do think that a lot of people had bad editing, which is why I want to start off with Nick and Danielle. When they were at the reunion, something about their relationship seemed very normal. And judging by the way that everything was portrayed on the show, it seems odd to me that the relationship was normal, because Danielle, her 70 pounds that she always talked about, and Nick's semi-temper thing that he had going on, like quick to pop off. Also, I don't care what nobody says, Nick is one of the girls. Nick is one of the girls, because he stays with the drama and the tea, and he was always pulling aside somebody to like, oh, so look at this right there, peep this, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I've never met a grown man who was so inclined to somebody's issues like that. Like, he's just weird to me. But their relationship, like I said, it seemed very normal. They ended up moving in with Nick, which I'm appreciative of, because Danielle's weird IKEA, actually not even IKEA, that was very much so like Big Lots quality furniture, where it was very easy to break. I don't know what that girl had going on, but she had a lot of furniture in that apartment. So they ended up moving in with him, which I think is great. I feel like she seems to have matured a little bit, and also he let go of some of those very OCD-esque tendencies that he seemed to have. So I guess that's good. They were very boring to me in the reunion. Everybody was semi-boring, but them They were to the point. Everything's great. We're having a blast. The next couple that I want to talk about is Sal and Mallory. Looking at Sal, he had a lot of hurt in his face. That entire reunion, he just sat there looking like he was on the verge of tears, like something terrible just happened to him. Mallory was off in the cut doing what Mallory does, just nonchalant, acting like nothing's going on, nothing's bothering her, whatever. And the fact that they didn't mention the whole girlfriend situation is weird to me. And also the fact that Sal just would not speak about what they went through at all as to what was the determining factor for him not to want to marry Mallory. The only person that mentioned the whole girlfriend situation was Shake. Shake, I hate to say it, he was the realest one on this reunion. Fight me. Please do. But he was. The way that they kind of just like glossed over the whole little thing was so odd. Like, Nick and Vanessa, who are like the host or whatever, they were like, oh, if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. Like, no, speak on it, because you seem to be going through a whole lot over there. Him and Shane were like emotional the entire reunion. And Sal, the only thing that he decided he wanted to mention was the fact that Mallory never really seemed to hear him when he was voicing his concerns. And I'm like, it's weird to me that he's on the verge of tears when it seemed like to us that the big situation or the big issue was the fact that he had some weirdo girlfriend on the side. I'm thinking that something else was going on deeper with Mallory that nobody seems to want to mention or talk about. And I would like to get into that. So allegedly, I'm throwing out one of those words again, on a Twitter account that I followed who was really seeming to be in the know of Love is Blind was Naima Cochran or something like that. I'll put her information up there if you guys want to see those threads and stuff like that. And some sort of that Reddit page that I was telling you guys about. But apparently that girlfriend may or may not have been pregnant or something. I don't know. I read that. I'm not saying it's true. I don't think it's true, but that'd be really, really odd. And she developed some sort of friendship with Sal's sisters or something where like they felt that they could go up to Sal and be like, hey, you hurt my friend, and woo. I think that the girl got in good with Sal's sisters because they were so nice and very organic, as you've seen on the show, how they were very inviting to Mallory. But I think that she got in good with them, made them feel sorry for her, and then brought it up to Sal. I don't know the gist of the whole thing, but if y'all want to go check out those threads and stuff like that, make sure that you follow the links or whatever that I'll probably put in the description, and follow that Twitter account that I was just telling you about if you want to know more about that, because I'm not gonna, I don't know, you know. The next couple that I would like to get into is Shane and Natalie. Also Shayna. We'll get into her a little bit too, because she's always involved in some sort of play. Anyways, I would like to get into Shane and Natalie. They didn't end up getting married. Everybody was really shocked and awed that they didn't end up getting married. I was not, because I always thought they were weird together. Again, could be edits, but Shane was like twitching the entire time, which I'm assuming is a part of like a nervous tick. Again, I'm about to say something alleged, okay? They said that Shane was a little bit fond of nose candy, okay? So, I mean, I don't know. To me, he looked like kind of a recovering addict. Now, I'm not no philosophy major psychiatrist, whatever the word is. I'm not one of those people, but judging off of things that I've physically seen in real life and also videos that I've watched of recovering addicts, that's what he looks like to me. Once you do like long-term drug usage and then you get clean and stuff like that, you still keep some of those tics, and that's what he looks like to me. If you do a deep dive on Shane's Instagram, which I will post up some pictures, he was really, really skinny a couple of years ago. And not saying he's a bigger guy now, but now he looks like he's bulked up. And usually when you are a drug user or something, you get like really, really skinny because that's all you're doing and your body's not really functioning how it's supposed to. And then once you get off, you tend to gain weight because you're in a more healthy state. So I don't know. Again, speculations, whatever. But Shane seemed to be hurt the entire time. Shayna tried to speak up when they got on that whole little, oh, what happened at the beach situation? Did you and Shayna talk after? Did y'all try and date? All this, woo, 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 right? Shane was like, I'm not trying to talk to her, basically. Whatever. I don't want to look at her. Shayna was like, oh my God, why are you acting like that? Like, I don't understand. And, glaring her eyes. Y'all know how Shayna be like all day long. Like, girl, what, can you not see? Is it sunny inside of this enclosed room? I don't understand. So they didn't want to talk about that. And also, I felt like when Shane and Natalie actually had a chance to talk right there in that moment where they were like, unwrapping their whole situation, I personally did feel like Natalie was kind of playing the victim. If you could see, again, edits, it could be edits, she was more of a strong-willed girl. She didn't really seem like she was into taking no mess and whatever. But when they were at the reunion, it seemed like, oh, it just really hurt me what you said in our argument and blah, 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 blah. She seemed like she was putting the blame on Shane. And Shane told her that. He's like, I feel like you haven't apologized to me. You're trying to make it seem like it was only me. Yes, I said what I said, but there was things going on before that. And she wasn't really like, she was like, oh no, I'm not putting the blame on you, Shane. I'm not. Like, you kind of are, because this whole time you're just like, you made me feel like, and you did this and that and the third, whatever. She never once said, oh, I said this to you, which caused you to say this to me and whatever. Shane acknowledged that, but she didn't. So I did agree with him that she did seem like she was playing the victim in the whole situation. But I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't think that they're, whatever. Their relationship still seems a little bit weird to me. On Instagram, they were sending love to each other, and it seemed like maybe they are working on their relationship. So maybe we'll see. I probably won't update you guys on that because I genuinely don't care enough to be like, oh, Love is Blind a year later. I'm not going to do all that. But it did seem like they were working on the relationship. Also, I genuinely feel like they were not Shane so much, because he didn't really seem like he wanted to talk to Shayna, but Natalie is way, way too forgiving of that stunt that Shayna pulled during the show. Maybe she didn't know the extent of the conversation or whatever, which I don't even remember them playing that, which kind of felt a little off to me too. Like, I felt like they should have played that clip of her being very, very toxic, but or maybe they did, I don't know, they just didn't play the whole thing or something. But I felt that Natalie was way too forgiving, and maybe it was like, a women whatever, we stick together or something, I don't know. But I know if it was me and Shane are working on my relationship, on our relationship, and you're sitting right next to me acting all buddy and stuff like that, that wouldn't have flown with me. Like, you over here, oh, your relationship is fake and you're not gonna last, and I was trying to help her out and be a good friend. I got somebody. You're not about to do stuff like that. Like, I don't think, me being realistic, I wouldn't have fought her or nothing, but it would have been some words for sure. Like, I just felt Natalie was like, maybe intimidated or something. That's the vibe she was giving me. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. Let's go to Shayna and Kyle. Kyle looked like he was about to say some words. Like, he wanted his ones with Shayna. Like, so what's really good, Shayna tried to play victim, which really blew me. They were so focused on making Shake the villain of the entire show that they just let Shayna and Mallory slide up under the rug. Like, it seemed like the entire cast was in cahoots together to make sure Shake looked like a villain the entire time. And yeah, we all know Shake is hot garbage. We all know. But it was like, let's gloss over everything that's going on with these genuinely concerning people, and let's talk about Shake because he's a weirdo and nobody else liked him. There was also rumors, to get a little bit off topic, there was also rumors that production had an issue with Shake too. Everybody claimed that Shake had a soft edit and really he was rude behind closed doors, more rude than they let on, whatever. But like I said, if Shake can get a nice edit, I genuinely believe everybody else got a nice edit too. Because there's some stuff that wasn't said. But anyways, Kyle and Shayna, he looked like he wanted to say something way more to her, like, and Shayna was like, oh, well, I feel like you tried to manipulate me by giving me your mother's ring. Girl, he hadn't even met you yet. He was in love. He gave you something that was special and valuable to him. I'm really getting sick and tired of people using manipulation, gaslighting, narcissistic trauma. Like, get new words. None of y'all are actually 95% of y'all ain't going through none of this stuff that y'all talking about. These words that y'all use and calling people narcissists, look up the definition. Matter of fact, I'll put that somewhere in the screen. Half of the people that y'all talking about are these words aren't these words. Y'all just heard it on TikTok or wherever y'all be at and was like, oh, this is what this person is. They were mean to me. We broke up. Our relationship failed. So they're a narcissistic manipulator. Please stop. This man gave you a ring that was special to him from his mother. And you were like, oh, you manipulated me. Girl. Shayna was hot garbage, okay? Like dumpster fire. Can't stand the girl. And I'm almost hoping that him and Deep D, because there was like some stuff going on Instagram where they were like, Deep D and Kyle might be together, or they were also talking about how Deep D and Sal might be a thing. I don't think that they will be a thing. I think that they're really close friends, which I also liked about this season, that all of the cast members seem to have really close friendships, which is great. But another thing, as far as the whole Deep D and Kyle situation, Shake put up some screenshots where he was already kind of foreshadowing the situation, and he was talking to Shane. And he was like, hey, you think Deep D and Kyle talking woo woo woo, right? And Shane was like, oh, Kyle wouldn't do that to you without talking or asking or something. And then he was like, I don't know, man, maybe blah, blah, blah. So Shake already kind of, was putting the pieces together. And regardless of how much they couldn't stand Shake or whatever, I genuinely think that everybody on this cast is friends. I think that they have a decent relationship. So, hopefully that all works out for them. Jared and Ayanna, I don't really have any qualms about them. I think that they are going to have a healthy, successful relationship. All in all, I would give this season 2 of Love is Blind a strong 5 out of 10. I feel like the editors, the producers, whatever, I feel like they were the real villains of the show, because I'm not even mad at the castmates. They were chosen to be on here, but I think that this season was really one big joke. And I'm not saying that Shake or whoever wasn't not a bad person. I don't necessarily believe he's a bad person. You got to do some crazy stuff to be a bad person. I don't think that he's that. I think that he just needs some growing up to do. He's a grown man, so chances are he's probably going to be stuck in his ways for a very long time. But I don't think that he's as terrible. I just wouldn't be the guy's friend. I don't know. I think that everybody had softer edits, especially Mallory. I think that more than anything, we need to be looking deeper into whatever was going on with Mallory. I know Sal had his little issue or whatever, and I think that they added that as a, whatever. I think that the cast members were trying to get that, not all of them, but the ones involved. I think that they were trying to get that particular moment out of the situation, because Mallory said absolutely nothing. A woman who is truly hurt by something would be like, well, you have this other girlfriend and I heard that you were doing this, that, and the third. But she didn't say anything. And the only person that seemed like they were genuinely hurt by their relationship failing was Sal. I think that that's weird. I don't know. Something about it is just not adding up to me. But please, please, please let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know if you have any more receipts or notable references or anything like that that you think would fit together to put this puzzle together. I'm sorry. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Until next time, I will see you guys whenever. Yeah, but 5 out of 10 for this season. If they come back, I hope that they're better. I hope that they choose people that are actually looking for love and not just 15 minutes of fame. Also, before I close out this video, can we please mention the fact that there were 2 other couples who got engaged but got no screen time? That's a little bit strange to me. They said apparently that, it costed too much money to cover all of these people, so 6 was just enough. So y'all didn't want all these people to fall in love? I'm confused. Look, it's Netflix. The show is on Netflix. We all know how much Netflix makes. Y'all telling me y'all didn't have enough camera crews for an already successful show? They went to the people who had the most drama. That's what it is. And this again proves my theory that the editors, the producers, whoever was behind this show were the real villains of this. Again, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Until next time.